So I guess Walmart strikes again. Looks like that after all the years their employees have given them, they're looking to repay them with a FU by taking away their jobs and giving that job to machines. Now, I think this is for one location, but we'll find out once we read a little bit right here. And this is an article from last year on Walmart.com. Retail checkouts have been evolving for years. Inside its stores, Walmart has introduced convenient checkout options, including self-checkouts, pickup and delivery, giving customers more choice and changing the way that they shop. But there's one checkout area that hasn't changed in a long time. The cashiers stationed at the conveyor belted lanes have been a retail staple for decades. All the time that they put in, all the time that they've given the Walmart. An experimental checkout experience at the Supercenter in Fayetteville, Arkansas, seeks to challenge the assumption that old ways are better. Oh yeah, here, look at this. This is what you can see what it looks like here. Let me read this real quick. The design is pretty simple. All the lanes are gone. And we can see that in this little GIF thing right here. You can see that the setup is basically all self-checkout. Now, I would assume that the only time that they need the actual an employee to be present is to either assist with help with the self-checkout lane machines or to maybe check baggages once they're walking out of this little play area right here. You know, kind of just monitoring the place. And you can see that there's a few employees in the area right there up to the top left. This replacement looks like it's taking up about the same amount of space. I can see from the number there that they have 32 setups, 32 machines set up there, and they can have anywhere along this line before they have this little enclosed box of about 30 cashiers, you know, cashing out people and, you know, doing what they do. Of course, they don't use that many on a daily basis. You can see them pull out more cashiers during the holidays or special sales or, you know, things like that, because Walmart likes to keep their lines pretty short. Though they fall short of that many, many times. They'll keep one lane open, 2 lanes open, and the lines will be stretching back far as this middle aisle right here. So this little area right here and this little self-checkout area has replaced lanes and lanes and lanes of cashier checkouts. There are 34 registers lining the edge of a wide open area. Each register is equipped with a green light alerting associates and customers to available checkout bays. But aside from the open layout, the most immediately noticeable detail is all the registers are open. I guess that's a good thing. You never have to wait, right? You know. But at first glance, the new area may look like it's just a bunch of self-checkout registers. But ask any associate and they'll tell you it's a full service checkout experience. No, it's not. Okay. Many people do like self-checkout. They like not having to deal with employees. They like not having to do small talk. They like not having to have the moods that an employee would bring on a certain day, and vice versa. Some employees, you know, have to put up with a lot when it comes to shoppers and customers. So I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people do like self-checkout, but it's not the same experience as dealing with a human person. When you need help, usually you hit the button or the machine will know that there's a problem and it'll alert somebody to come to you, and you have to wait. So you stand there, you know, you're waiting, and especially if they only got one person doing the area, and you have to wait for that person to come over to assist you. You know, so for people who like self-checkout, that kind of puts them in a reverse position. Now they have to wait to actually deal with the human. And sometimes it can be human error or it can be the error of the machine, but it's not the same experience. I can't say if it's a better or worse experience, but it's not the same. When you walk into this new front end layout, it feels like a different experience, but in a very good way. Instead of looking for an open lane, customers walk into the register area and associate is right there behind a clear barrier to greet them. The Walmart way. All the cashiers in the store transition to a new type of job called host. Okay, it's the host's job to make sure the checkout experience are exactly what customers want them to be. If a customer wants to check themselves out, a host is there to show them to an open register. because it's so hard to see 34 registers on your own. Oh, Walmart, you never cease to amaze me. By nature, individual lanes make the checkout experience transactional, but being face-to-face, the interaction becomes a relationship. We want to make it a personal experience. Many people don't want that. I said that in my video. Many people just don't want that. They don't want to deal with people. They just want to get in and, get their Captain Crunch and get on out of there. One of the most common complaints with the traditional checkout experience is that there aren't enough lanes open. There are a couple of reasons for this. The first is visibility. And I guess this, from this GIF here, is a look at what you will see if you walk inside the self-checkout area. Now, I must admit, this is a way more open space than I've ever seen self-checkout. Self-checkout is usually just a small, tiny little area, and this is just wide open. All right, it's hard to see which lanes are open because of the physical walls between them. So to save time, many customers search for the shortest line or the line that seems to be moving the fastest. This creates a never-ending grass is always greener scenario where the customer spends time calculating which line will take the least amount of time. It's not that serious, bro. Who said this? I don't know who said this, but it is not that serious. It is not, there is no science to having to figure this out. You go somewhere and you pay for your stuff and you leave. Whew. Okay. If we didn't have someone staffed for those lanes, then we couldn't get someone checked out. So lines were building up a lot. In the new layout, all 34 registers are always open. There is no such thing as an open or closed lane. Okay, yeah. So exactly like I was saying, people want to get in and get out. So they'll see these lanes open and they'll just go to them, cash themselves out and leave. So what I was saying about the employees though, as opposed to having 3, 4, 5 lanes open, even up to 20 or so lanes open with an employee at each one of those lanes, now those people are free, I guess, to go into the store and do other things. But are there that many jobs for them? I mean, most of them only came to cashier. They only came to Walmart. They were only employed by Walmart to be a cashier. What do you do with them? So this person right here, as you can see, might be the monitor or whatever that helps, the people when they get stuck, but it's slow. I can tell this is slow because there's no one here. There's only one family right there. So it looks like an exit over there and an exit right here. And during busy times, I would guess that they would put someone at the exits to maybe make sure people aren't, being dishonest or whatever. And then that's going to be a hassle though, because what are they going to do? Start checking bags and bumping them off receipts? I've seen it happen. These personal interactions are changing the whole experience for associates as well. Getting that personal face-to-face conversation, it's really nice, this person said. I've noticed in just 2 weeks that it's helped me be more positive and more outgoing to new people. Okay. As a front-end team lead, Matt Downing is responsible for running the front end and developing his team of hosts. So I guess that's what they're now going to be called. I guess this lady is cleaning off the registers. They're keeping her employed by having her clean the registers and stuff. The bottom line for me is it's still an exchange of position. You're now taking employees out of the position that they held and you're going to throw them somewhere else in the store or just do away with them altogether. Because like I said, for the people that were there to only be a cashier, now you got to find something to do with them. Because I'm pretty sure you're not just going to lay them off, especially not now. If jobs are going on, people need to stay in those positions. And Walmart being in the position it can afford to keep them. They'll just throw them somewhere else, maybe somewhere they have no desire to be. So I don't think they're thinking about the employee in this, and that's kind of where I'm kind of on the fence about it. That would be my problem with this. Upgrading your stores and trying to have a better experience, I'm all for it. But you have to consider and think about the employees first. A lot of them put in a lot of time in these stores. They've been working for these stores 15, 20, 30 years. They put in some time. So to then tell them, hey, you're being replaced by robots and machines, I think that's kind of a kick in the ass. Thanks, Walmart.